Hello everyone. Welcome again to the Traveler's Notebook. The Google does not recognize certain places and routes on its maps. So apart from three marked places A, B and C, please consider the fourth unmarked place as place D. And these marked places represent today's excursions. After reaching Padum late last night, and of course tired, this is what we woke up to. The grand morning view of Padum from the rooftop of the hotel we stayed. Padum is administrative center of Zanskar Valley, and Zanskar comprises of two valleys, Stot Valley towards Kargil and Salap Valley where we came from yesterday. Both valleys converge at Padum. Here, the valley widens to support several outlying villages and monasteries which form the nucleus of the erstwhile kingdom. After breakfast, we began our day with a plan to visit the most important monasteries of the region and headed towards Karsha Monastery to start with. Beautiful drive and first distant view of Karsha village across Tod river. After crossing the bridge over Stod river, a gentle ascent brought us to the monastery of Karsha, the most important and largest in Zanskar region, situated on a hillside with commanding views of the entire valley. It takes an effort at this altitude to climb steep stairs and uphill walking trail to reach the monastery. It belongs to Gelugpa sect of Tibetan Buddhism, headed by His Holiness Dalai Lama. It houses the exquisite paintings, murals and thankas besides statue of Padmasambhava and relics of Lama Dorje Rinchen. Photography inside the monastery is not allowed, so we cannot show you the interiors. Afterwards, we headed towards Drang, which is a Tibetan word meaning a palace or residence belonging to a high-ranking individual or a spiritual head. A brand new building which was waiting to be inaugurated by His Holiness Dalai Lama. A new important site for events and spiritual activities at Karsha Monastery. On the outskirts of Karsha village, we took a short hike along a chasm and through barley fields to reach a platform where a huge golden statue of Shakyamuni Buddha sits. With Chortens in the background, this impressive statue faces the monastery and the village. What a lovely sight to behold. Our next stoppage, Sani Monastery, established in 11th century by famous wandering Buddhist scholar Rinchen Zangpo, is probably the oldest in Zanskar. It belongs to Kagyu sect of Tibetan Buddhism. The monastery houses Kanika Chorten, which is presumed to be built around Kushan dynasty. Near Kanika Chorten is a small room where Indian yogi Naropa meditated, and the Sani also claims to be connected with the sage of 11th century. Inside the monastery, there is figure of Guru Rinpoche or Padmasambhava, but we couldn't take pictures of interiors as photography is prohibited here also. Next was Sani Lake, situated just across the village. The beautiful statue of Padmasambhava, erected here, makes the lake a landmark of Sani village. The environs of this holy lake make it a perfect place to spend some quality time around it. Walking on these soft, mushy, grassy mounds brought us to a point where you can see the water from the lake turning into a beautiful chasm. After spending some peaceful time here, we resumed our journey. Driving through this quiet countryside and beautiful villages, we diverted from the highway and crossed river near Ating village. After about an hour and last 4 kilometers on an uphill dirt track, we reached Dzongkhul, the cave monastery. It is built right on a rock wall with caves behind it. And like Sani Monastery, it also belongs to Kagyu sect of Tibetan Buddhism. The monastery is attributed to Indian Buddhist sage Naropa, who meditated here in the cave around which the monastery is built. Naropa is presumed to have trekked from Kishtwar over Shinku la Pass to reach this place to meditate. Dzongkhul sits at the foot of this wide valley which leads to Shinku la Pass and that connects Zanskar with Kishtwar. We began to return by driving along stream coming down from Shila glaciers, which merges with Stod River, and the highway, beautifully rebuilt recently by the Border Routes organization. You enjoy the sights of the valley and the mountains more if you have these kind of roads to drive on. Just enjoy the drive until we reach Padum. Once back in Padum, we decided to cross bridge over Zanskar river and take a short ride on the road towards Leh in order to have a different angled view of the valley from this side. And finally retire to the comfort of our hotel with a view of Gompa, of Pipiting village, visible from our window. Thanks for watching, and let's meet in the next video.